Throughout the years, the GD community has had a set of players that stuck out for either their skill, their charisma, or for how good could they hack. We have seen players come and go, some leaving more marks on the game than others. And between them, you can sometimes come across some peculiar players that had a remarkable story. One of these out of the ordinary players is called Qwer. Born in South Korea, he gained popularity around update 2.0 because of his astonishing speed to beat levels. But after a while, it turned out that this player was much more than that. I wanted to make this video ever since I noticed that C's video about Qwer wasn't public anymore. I feel like this topic is too interesting not to have its public video, and I can understand that it doesn't. There is also some information that C didn't cover up, which I will. So with all of this said, this is the story of Qwer. To start with the story, we have to go back to 6 years ago, to one of the most hyped eras of the game. Riot was still playing the game, Cyclic didn't confess yet, and other legendary players were still playing, like Serb or Quasar. While these players kept thriving, a player created a YouTube channel, and out of nowhere, he began uploading some extreme demons at such a rate that it was almost unbelievable back then. His name was Qwer, a Korean player who was meant to be the greatest of all time. This went by, and as expected, Qwer was getting that sweet cloud. The community was rightfully concerned, but some players couldn't wait to see what will he beat next. His completions seemed legit, and he streamed regularly, so people let it slide. It looked like he was quickly gonna become the best player. But no, this player was just a lie. Let me introduce you to the best social experiment this game has ever witnessed. An idea that was so well planned that it was almost perfect. But if I'm telling you this story right now, it's because things went south eventually. 2 months after his YouTube debut, the truth came out. Qwer was not a player. It was a group. Not a hacker, not a very skilled player. A group. According to them, it was all a social experiment. Now I want you to imagine how bamboozled the community was feeling when the news were spreading. Some people asked how did that happen, and after a while, the details were slowly becoming public. This is how they did it. The man behind this whole project was Qwer, a mysterious player and creator who was accused of hacking Sonic Wave. He was on a call with 3 of his friends, Bayakran, Mifiwi, and Gigas. He thought that it would be funny to beat Sonic Wave before Mifiwi himself, to then reveal that it was just a joke. The call loved the idea, so they went for it. After a while, the plan was slowly coming to life. They invited 3 more players before launching the project, Wabusher, Quasar, and Nitro. Qwer then gave specific roles to each member. Some players were given the task to beat levels, like Mifiwi, Wabusher, and Quasar. Nitro was the creator of a new hardest demon that will be verified by Qwer. Eternumbeil. I'm so sorry, I cannot pronounce that. Bayakran took care of the GFX, even creating a texture pack for Qwer. And finally, they got Gigas to take care of Qwer's PR. He was gonna manage the social media Qwer was gonna have, to make sure that his persona was authentic. He purposefully spoke bad English and also communicated with the Korean community, since he was fluent at Korean. So like, you know a project is serious when they even have a freaking PR manager. And so, the project was ready. They created the channel, and the members began working hard. After not much time, Qwer had already some achievements under his belt, like Cataclysm, Phobos, Ice Carbon Diablo X, and the Ultimate Phase. Then they decided to expand the group, and they got to make male Veronica join to beat Betrayal of Faith, making Qwer the second victor of it. While male was doing that, Mifiwi was angry that he wasn't getting much attention in the group. So he told a player called Aurorus, oh my god, how do you pronounce this? So he told a player called Aurorus about the project. Oh my god. The group, rightfully so, was not happy because Mifiwi didn't have permission to do so. But some days later, they let Aurorus in. After that, Mifiwi unexpectedly left the group and blocked everyone who was involved in it. Things started to fall apart from here, but let's not get ahead of ourselves. Other than completions, they got some chokes on levels like Sonic Wave or Bloodbath. which by the way, they beat it using the Michigan route in an attempt to join the famous DD clan Geostorm. They also tried to make Trasta join the group to beat Sukup in Hell, but he declined, promising to keep everything a secret. Wapid, the meme founder, also told Cyclic about everything. This, luckily, got a positive outcome for the group, since Cyclic gave Qwer a shoutout, which only made them more popular. But weeks after Qwer started and was already an important figure in the community, drama started spreading inside the group, and things only went south from that. Male Veronica, for no reason whatsoever, told Serve about the whole thing. Every member became furious when they knew. They had a very toxic argument in their Discord server, where everyone was against male Veronica. Luckily, when Serve joined the chat, he didn't have any intentions to reveal anything. He just wanted to clear things up. However, Aurorus was very toxic to him, and that led to them stop being friends. When Serve left, Aurorus was fuming. He was extremely angry at male Veronica. They had arguments for days, when they would just insult each other. As this was happening, Aurorus started blackmailing the members of the project, claiming that if they didn't do what he wanted, he would reveal everything to the public. This went on until Aurorus couldn't take it anymore, and in an angry attack, he made the social experiment public. It was all over. Months worth of rip work behind the scenes was destroyed because of the immaturity of two of the members. All of their plans, before them intentionally revealing the true identity of Qwer, were not gonna be done. Aurorus tried to defend himself by saying that Qwer was actually just one person, but it was too late. Byakuran posted on the Geometry Dash forums the whole story, and people got to know everything. Even if some people were disappointed, some people actually enjoyed the prank, and the members didn't get much hate because of it. Other than that, Qwer left a somewhat positive impact on the community. After this whole event, the Demon List added a new rule called the Qwer account rule, stating that the members of a group account will get their list achievements removed temporarily. And after every Qwer social media account got deleted, the legacy of Qwer ends. Qwer is definitely a one-of-a-kind event that the community fortunately or unfortunately got to witness. The fact that this project wasn't exposed by someone out of the project in a form of an exposing amazes me. Before the project was exposed by Aurorus, 6 very popular players were aware of Qwer's real identity, and all of them didn't say a word about it. The project would have been able to keep going if it wasn't for the recklessness of 2 members. And who knows, maybe they could have finished the last goal they had, which was to verify the level Nightcrow was building. Nevertheless, this social experiment was very interesting to witness, and I doubt we'll ever get to see something this big ever again. That's why I wanted to share this story. With all of this said, the only thing I have left to say is to thank you for watching the video. I really appreciate the support I've been getting recently. So, have a wonderful day.